In this video, I will show you how Aparichit, a 2005 Tamil movie, inspired the recent Netflix K-drama Can This Love Be Translated? But it's not what you think. Surface level stuff like they both have split personality disorders or amazing hair genetics. It gets deeper than that, and you just need to sit tight because to fully understand the deeper similarities, we need to look at their origin stories.
कौन है ये लोग? कहां से आते हैं ये?
Aparichit is a movie about a traumatized child who loses part of his family and grows up to be an introverted, nice guy that develops alternate personalities to cope with the realities of his countries and adult life. In Can This Love Be Translated, the lead character Chamuhi is a traumatized child because of the loss of loved ones as a kid who grows up to be a lonely introvert and develops an alternate personality to cope up with her adult life. This might seem normal, but the similarities are deeper than you think. How did Ambi develop into Chamuhi, and are they the same characters? I just watched this K-drama on Netflix called Can This Love Be Translated, and the whole time I saw this perfect AI generated as looking character of Chamuhi, I could not help but think about our own Ambi, the character that I grew up with, a character that taught me how bad India is and how unaddressed feelings can take a heavy toll on a man's psyche. I mean, this character practically handed me Das Kapital as a kid. Chamuhi grows up witnessing the death of her father as a child. In the present day, she is a struggling actress that suffers a huge accident while playing the character of Do Re Mi, not the one in Doraemon. She goes into a coma and wakes up after a year to find herself a huge star in Korea. But it's not all sunshine and roses. The character of Do Re Mi takes over her mind as the suppressed, unaddressed memories and trauma creeps back in and ruins her festival of fireworks. Muhi has a crush on her translator, but because of having weird social issues, she can't express it well or quite get things right. That's when Doremi takes over and becomes more forward and explicit, forcing a kiss, calling him honey, and being unabashed in her love for him, while also raising up the SRK of Japan. In Aparichit, Ambi witnesses the death of his sister because of the ever disgraceful and incompetent public services and government employees. This leads him to develop two personalities as an adult. Aparichit, the vigilante that kills people for the lack of civic sense, and Romeo. Well, we'll get to Romeo, guys. You'll love him. Ambi is also an introvert and a shy man, so he can never quite express his love for Nandini in the right manner. That's when Romeo steps into the light and becomes the bold, charismatic man that Nandini likes. Could this be a coincidence? I think not, because media that caters towards a large audience uses the real-life condition of dissociative personality disorder to create an escapist fantasy where all your losses, humiliation, and trauma result in something positive for you. You just have to sit back, and the other guy, he does all the hard work while you get to reap the rewards. Kinda like that one movie that I can't name.
The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
This allows us as viewers to feel catharsis and enjoy seeing the traumatized guy or girl win. I bet if you are Indian, no matter where you politically stand, watching Aparichit to some extent provides you with that guilty yet enjoyable feeling. If you see the same on a romantic front, it makes sense, right? The same logic follows. We as viewers might have that one crush in front of whom we had embarrassed ourselves or were too shy to ever really open up to them. So, making up a fantasy where your other personality just does the things for you kinda feels nice. It also helps that this show is mostly watched by teenagers and college goers, because who the fuck has time for all of this as an adult? Both Doremi and Romeo in some ways fulfill the nice guy / girl fantasy to finally becoming the bad boy. You know, the wolf is awakened. I do think that this feels less creepy and problematic when a woman is being the Rizzler compared to a man because of, I don't know, human history maybe. At the same time, Aparichit takes this problematic and fucked up trope to some interesting places, like what would happen if the woman you love broke the one rule that puts her on the kill list for one of your personalities? Or what if she forced you to literally physically transform into your original self while you're looking into the mirror? to kind of shock you out of it or break you out of that other personality. Overall, I don't think either of these pieces of media ever wanted to or even tried to portray real mental health problems, while other films like Split और our very own भूल भुलैया has done a much better job. Also, in दोनों ही shows और movie के ending packs a nice little twist, so check them out. Please, while you're looking into the mirror, to kind of shock you out of it or break you out of that other personality. Overall, I don't think either of these pieces of media ever wanted to or even tried to portray real mental health problems, while other films like Split or our very own भूल भुलैया has done a much better job. Also, in दोनों ही shows और movie के ending packs a nice little twist, so check them out. Please